The other day, a friend and I were driving home from a hike. We were tired and looked forward to getting back home to rest. However, along the way, we saw a hitchhiker slowly walking along the side of the road carrying a large canvas bag. It seems like he was having a hard time moving along with the bag, so we stopped and asked if he needed a ride. He tried to get into the car by himself, but the bag was too awkward and heavy, and he was really struggling to get himself and the bag into the car at the same time. My hiking buddy jumped out of the car and assisted with getting the bag into the car, but was also struggling with it and ripped a loud fart right when they got the big-ass bag pulled into the back seat. My hiking buddy was like, "Damn, what's in a bag?" That's when things got weird, as the hitchhiker almost instantly replied, "None of your fucking business!" My buddy looked at me and then back at the hitchhiker in bewilderment and said, "What?" At that point, the hitchhiker just jumped into the back seat of my car and shut the door, not answering the question. So I turned back and asked if everything is okay. The hitchhiker replied in a happy, uplifting voice, "Everything just got a hell of a lot better. Thanks for stopping. I thought I was going to have to drag that damn bag all of the back into town." I replied, "Geez, that bag looks heavy. What's in it?" The hitchhiker just looked right through me and replied, "None of your funding business." By that time, my buddy was getting into the car, still looking somewhat bewildered by the conversion and the change in the hitchhiker's demeanor, and laughingly said, "Damn, that was a heavy bag!" The hitchhiker looked over at him and just chuckled, then looked back to me and said, "Where are we headed, boys?" I looked at my hiking friend, then back at the hitchhiker, and said in my mostly confident voice, "Back into town, it's about 20 miles up the road." The hiker just nodded and I started driving towards our destination. After about 5 minutes, my hiking buddy blurts out loud in a nervous voice, "What's in the bag, dude? I'm dying to know." There was a long moment of silence. They seemed to last an eternity. As I glanced back to see if the hitchhiker was still awake, he said in an almost scary whisper, while slowly shaking his head, "None of your fucking business!" His voice trailing off. I just looked over at my hiking buddy and shook my head in a suggesting tone to stop the questions. The rest of the 20-minute near ride was in silence until we got closer to town, at which point the hitchhiker stated that he needed to piss like a racehorse. So we stopped at the first gas station we came to. As we were coming to a stop in the parking stall, the hitchhiker was already opening the car door and stepping out each side. "I'll be right back," and sprinted towards the entrance to the gas station. Once he was inside, I said something like, "We won't be here," at which point I would. As we were coming to a stop in the parking stall, the hitchhiker was already opening the car door and stepping out. He said, "I'll be right back," and sprinted towards the entrance to the gas station. Once he was inside, I said something like, "We won't be here," at which point I put the car into reverse, got as far away from that damn gas station as possible. The bag was still in the backseat when we arrived home! We were coming to a stop in the parking stall. The hitchhiker was already opening the car door and stepping out. He said, "I'll be right back," and sprinted towards the entrance to the gas station. Once he was inside, I said something like, "We won't be here," at which point I put the car into reverse and got as far away from that damn gas station still in the backseat when we arrived home.